Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Game, and we are returning to our looting run in Humankind. So, things are looking great. We are trying to get our environment under control. In the meantime, I have, in between episodes, set up most of our units, most of our production here to include a little bit more planting of forests and such to help out. While doing that, I realized we've got these guys here. They're trying to plunder our terrain here. That's not something that we would want to have around. So we're going to be building, you know what we can do, two army groups here. Just let's get over there. Let's rack them quickly. We are still continuing to improve relations with these guys, and they shouldn't attack us in the future. But for the moment, they still are. So yeah, let's let's rack them there. Other than that, how are you guys doing? We can still not trade with you. But this is being improved over time, so I think that should be something that we can do pretty soon. Right, that being said, we can actually go ahead here and declare another surprise war, and of course that's immediately what we're going to do. So, let's see, what are our next steps here? I think you guys were dealing with them, so let's see over here. So I think firstly you guys, you can plunder this harbour here, I think. Yes, please and thank you. You guys can move up to the coast here. That's going to be alright. You're alright over here. Let's keep you here for the moment. You guys have mostly been healing up actually, so let's actually bring you guys... Well, if I can't disembark now, then we can actually just move over here and start to get another attack run on the north there. We've got our tanks here. You guys can move up and check out what's going on over here. We've got a lot of these admin centers and stuff. How about you guys plunder the admin center? Let's actually check what the war support is going to be doing. We're declaring an unjust war, so it's going to go down by 1 per turn. That's alright. We don't need to rack them right at this moment. I would, however, like to ransack them a little bit more. Yeah, you guys are doing fine. Now, we could attack this city. We could. The downside is... What are we going to do? And do we want to get these pearls? I think we want to get the pearls, but that does mean... We could give these guys independence. I don't actually know what that would entail... as such. We don't really need this terrain. So let's have you guys... Okay, you guys are actually attacking us. In that case, let's do support that with our troops here. Why is that occupied? Whole position is occupied. That just doesn't make any sense. Come on! I need these reinforcements! Right, can you at least reinforce? Come on over here, please. Okay, you guys are going to be fine like that. Do we have these tanks, I wonder? They're not counting as reinforcement. Just come in. Okay, let's send the deployment. They're going to attack us now. We're going to take some casualties here, but I don't think they have too much, actually. They only really have one group of halberdiers here. And I think they're pretty much going to suicide everyone. In which case... Do we have already won this battle? Oh, you're over here. Can we actually shoot you? We can. Can you shoot? You can. Oh, nice. Yeah. Victory here. That's the first city gone. Now, that will reduce their war support pretty drastically. So I think what I would want is either burn down this city. It's a huge city. But I don't have the influence to attach anything to anywhere, so... Yeah, I think we're just going to keep rolling north with our fleet. Trying to find out if there's anything that we can destroy and or burn down. Yeah, there is. You're gonna try to flee. Let's try to come up behind them, see whether we can catch them at least next turn. Next turn should be possible. Right, and then you guys can start going into this terrain over here, and let's burn down the coffee. We all hate coffee. Coffee is a terrible, terrible thing. No one should ever be using coffee because it's such a horrible thing. Right. You can ransack over there. I don't think you're going to be attacking us. There we go. And you guys are all stationed or doing other things here, right? Yeah, you're all stationed over here. How about this? There's a bit of incense, there's a bit of coal. Coal is, of course, pretty lovely. But I think burning down enemy territory is actually going to be slightly better. More money in market quarters. Our money is actually looking fine. You know what? Let's have one of you groups come around like such. What are you guys doing? You just came over here, I guess. Don't want to start a siege now because that will just entice them to surrender a little bit faster than I would love to. Ah, this is cliff terrain, so we can't disembark here. Unfortunate. Oh well, it's gonna be alright. Good. Now we've got these tanks down here. You guys, do we want to burn it down, or do we just want to grab that city quickly and then potentially make it independent? Either is fine, I suppose. Okay, so let's try to grab it very quickly, and then that does enable us a little bit to go potentially to actually at some point getting nukes, because I would like to get nukes. I mean, this is the militarist run, right? So it's definitely something that we'd want. So you guys are considered mutinous. That's all right. And also it might make some sense to try and play around with some of the other mechanics. Let's try to get rid of these guys down there. Let's also look at our idle cities. Now, you guys should be able to build hydroelectric dams. I'm not entirely sure how many river tiles you're actually working like that, but still we're going to try to do that. Let's do keep an eye on the total pollution. It's still considered very low, so I don't think we need to be too concerned here. And in fact, let's not be too concerned. That should be okay. Babylon, again, you should not be... Yeah, you consider it very low pollution. So all of that is fine. Let's continue to build up hydroelectric dams then. Very low is pretty good. We are researching nationhood, right? Yes. Napta, yeah, let's continue to do this. I'm always going to keep an eye on this, because there's so much going on with these things. But as long as it's very low pollution, I think I'm going to be happy. Right, let's move everyone up. And we do have a battle underway over here. Oh, now that's interesting. So that is pretty interesting, actually. Right, let's attack this ship here. Let's attack that first. Gonna do a manual battle. You don't need to be confirmed, because I think you ran away, so you shouldn't be eligible to run away again. Lovely that is an English setup there, but fine. Okay, we've also got another ship there. We're going to attack you. You're probably going to run away, but that's fine. Oh, shall we? Should you guys? No, you can't. Okay, that's fine. So you're gonna simply continue to burn this to the ground. Right, how about these tanks? Can you get into the battle zone here? I think you can. So let's bring you forward. And that should be nice. Right, how are you guys doing up here? How about you burn down this stuff? You can just advance on that flank. And these tanks are also going to try to come up here. And this is just the last unit that we've got over here. Let's try to disembark. And then let's look at this battle. So they are attacking us. We've got a ton of reinforcements, but what have they got? Actually, they're not doing that badly. They've got a lot of fighting units here that we'll need to try to control somehow. So I think our best bet is going to be to have most of our guys. So firstly, all of these guys here, which are incredibly weak, you're going to go in the last row here. I'm really not sure where they can be fighting from. So let's try to be mostly in these forest tiles wherever we can. Or at least some urban tiles. Like that. And the deployment here. They're going to be aggressively firing on our stuff now. And they can focus fire. So I'm thinking that we're probably going to lose a unit here. Well, these guys certainly did take a beating. But we can bring them back. So that's good. Well, let's bring in some tanks here to deal with them. Right, there you go. There you go. Yeah, they did really not expect the tanks. Why can I not attack? Unfortunate. Right, anyone else then that is useful to have as reinforcements? Well, the submarines won't do much for us, I'm afraid. And the cavalry really cannot attack into these fortified tiles, so that's a slight bummer here. We can withdraw you though, so that's fine. Interesting, by the way, that the tanks can attack into the fortified zones, but everyone else cannot. Can't attack up here. I do need to come into there. They are up here, and they are actually doing a relatively high damage against us. There we go though. That's fine. Victory. That did not actually give us the city. It was just an attack by some other groups. So how are we going to get the city then? Well, I suppose we can just... What have they got now? They still have a lot of people here. But our tanks can be in here, so let's do a manual battle. You're going to be all to the rear there. That's fine. The big important thing is, of course, to... Why are they playing again first? I never understand that. We are the one attacking. I'm missing some important rule here. Right, there we go. Have you defeat as many of these guys as possible. Bring back the cavalry. No need to take any unnecessary losses. It's really mostly our tanks doing the work over here. Yeah, you are... Ooh! Speaking of unnecessary losses. There were some over there, that's for sure. But here we are, victory. We did lose a cavalry. One of our light cavs, nonetheless, so that's unfortunate. They're building the Taj Mahal, which is interesting. But they should very much see that they are now going to give up fairly quickly. Yeah. With -8, they are going to give up incredibly quickly, in fact. That being said, I think what we could do is we can try to ransack you. Maybe we should actually try to do that with our tanks, because they're going to have a slightly better way of doing that. 3 turns. See, that might work. It might. No guarantee around that, but at least it could. And if that's the case, we might as well burn down a couple of these things here. Good, good, good. Okay, that's nice. Right, I think there was some ship over here that was retreating in this direction, wasn't there? Let's try to find it. Aha. Well, that's not them, I think, but it is a ship. Ah, good. Nice, there we go. Good victory, easy victory. Easy victories are good victories. Right, let's move everyone up. Let's check out these cities. So, the pollution here seems to be going up again because we are not building these other things anymore. But we can now build the nature reserve. And I very much think that that is what we're going to do, because it will allow us to reduce our pollution by quite a bit, and it actually does increase our influence as well. And we're going to get some science bonuses, so we are going to pile these things on top of one another like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, also they're kind of cheap actually for the amount of industry that we are producing at the moment. So, yeah, very much like to put a reserve on anything that we've got, including, of course, anything that does yield signs. Let's be modernist, let's protect anything that we can protect. Interesting that that actually increases some of these usages. I don't know why it does that. I would think that, you know, we're getting a lot of this terrain anyway already. So, why does it improve it actually? Other than influence. Influence is of course obvious. But like here, for example, I think we should be getting the 10 industry already. So, why are we getting more? I don't know. But a lot of these things are going to be established incredibly quickly now. We could actually go for more stability. I don't think that's anything that we need right now. Neither is any of the other military stuff here. Conscription center would work. You know what? Thematically, it's fine. So let's do build it over here. Hattusha, you should be trying to get some of the money. So let's do build the customs agency, and then of course we're going to try to build these things up anywhere where we can. It's kind of nice to get these. I like the idea. Nature's reserves. Well, actually not too bad to gather some of the improvements as well. So that is kind of fun. It's a lot of these things. I wish there were hotkeys, by the way. It's actually right at the doorstep of the of our capital here. So that's kind of fun. I wonder whether we actually can get to negative pollution this way, because I think it should help out immensely at least. So that would be kind of fun. Yeah, let's do build this up. Should be kind of okay. Any other city here? Mikuni? Yeah, you know what? Let's continue to build these things. It would be lovely if we could actually actively reduce pollution this way. The main reason I'm doing this, though, is that it does increase influence. And influence is one of the things that we are really struggling to generate, and which we really do need to actually be enabled to enact some civics, including the civic for... Oh, Jesus, this is a lot. Including the civic for the nuclear strikes. And we do need to enact the civic before we can do that. And of course I would like to do that, so let's try to get as much cheap influence here as we potentially can. And for this reason I think a lot of these things here are going to be great. They are not that inexpensive. 1,000 signs. but we are generating around enough to build up a couple of these per turn. So I think that should greatly increase our influence, actually. And you know what? If it does decrease environmental pollution at the same time, then that does make me happy too. Any other places here? Oh yeah, in the sea there. Right, that's it though. Right, and then on Babylon, these things, I mean, it's also nice to grab the terrain. I think they're not exploiting the terrain around them, but they are still exploiting that single tile, so... And they're actually getting everything from that tile, including signs sometimes, I think. So, I mean, in case there is signs on this. So, come on, just 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Except, of course, we do have further cities. So, ooh, this is a lot. Why don't I have shortcuts? It's a lot of bonus resources here down here, actually. There's a lot of stuff here, including the springs, hot springs, which are super good to grab, actually, because they do just give you so much more power. Speaking of power, I think we do have the hydroelectric dam, so it's fascinating to see how much industry we're actually generating from these tiles. Right, there we go. That's lovely. Right, are we actually still at war? I completely forgot about that. Yeah, we are still at war, so that's okay. Burn down something? Yeah, burn down something. If in doubt, let's always burn stuff down. Maybe not our own though. Okay, you can move up over here though, and you can potentially burn down that maker quarter too. Let's do it. Bring you onto shore. And burn down. Oh, no, you were actually burning that down. You should continue to do that. Right, you guys just finished demolishing something, so let's continue to do that over here. I suppose burning down luxuries like the gold. No, let's start out with the admin center. I think the idea here is to actually lay siege to these guys. Don't want to attack them yet. We're going to maintain the siege. You guys have driven them off. I think at least. Still, you were ransacking our terrain. I don't really like that idea. So, let's finish you off. Does that decrease our... Yes, it does. So, let's continue to fund them because ultimately I do want these horses. And I don't mind if they're around, so... It should be A-okay. Right, Three Sisters Plantation. Now that is something that we cannot build ourselves. So let's instead burn some of the other things. Knowledge, population laws, aeronautics research, lovely. We do want to get to the better aluminium, which we're going to get with aerial warfare actually only. But that's fine. You guys, you should try to get the hydroelectric dam if you do have a lot of rivers. You don't have a lot of rivers, you only basically have, well, it's a little bit. Okay, let's start by doing that. And afterwards... You're doing fine otherwise, aren't you? Yeah, look at that. That's not just very low pollution, it's actually negative pollution. How are we looking over here then? Well, it's still positive overall. But at least in some of these terrains here, it is looking not too badly. But I do think we should build another forest over here. Right, can you burn stuff down? Yeah, you can. Do it. You just burned down this bit. That's lovely. Let's check out what else they've got. You should also be able to get over there and burn it down. Oh, wait a minute. We can burn this down. Right, you guys just finished them off down here. That's okay. Oh, there's another group down here, isn't there? The Tamlis. Let's give you some money. Primarily, I don't want you to attack us. I don't think you have any resources that are worthwhile. Congo, can we trade with you? No. We'll be able to at some point. You guys don't have anything to trade with, so yeah, we don't need to. Okay, they don't have any trade because we're the only nation that's left. That's not them. So, evidently, that works out alright. These tanks, well, if they're not needed here, let's bring them over to the New World. New force at any rate. And see. Right, so this siege is going on. How are they feeling in their war support? It's dropping, but it shouldn't drop too far, actually. Another Aristar unlocked. Signed. Ransacking successful. Lovely. A rebellion will occur. Well, we only need that one turn until this city has actually been burned down. And in that case, and that stage, they should be giving up down there. Now, what are going to be our next steps? We do ultimately need rocket signs because we do want the civic. And we do want to build up nuclear test sites and everything. So that's definitely something that we want to go for at some point. But is there anything more urgent than that? I do like I do like social housing. These are all good technologies. I do like mass entertainment, and I do like neural implants because they would give us a lot more influence. And at this point, influence would be pretty nifty. Wireless telegraphy also gives us a little bit more influence. This costs us 15,000. These things are a lot more expensive, aren't they? Well, not a lot. Somewhat more expensive. Computing for more science. Yes, it does increase pollution, but well, alternative would be to try to get to renewable energy. You know what? I think renewable energy is kind of nice. It does give us 5% more industry. That's kind of meh, but the good thing is significantly reduced pollution. So that's probably the best choice for immediate benefit there. You would want to go via free trade agreement, wireless telegraph and such. Okay, now we have researched that a little bit, so let's finish to do that for the influence. It's going to be alright. I don't care about the hamlet cost. And then to get to renewables, I think we would just simply go via suburbs. Yeah, suburbs and then into renewable energy. And suburbs are great for the food plaza, stability. Public ceremony is also kind of nice, but not really required. Okay, that's alright for research. What are we going to build next? So you guys, how's your pollution now looking? It's still kind of high. But in some areas here it should actually be negative. At least over here, right? Yeah, it is. We just discovered the... So we should actually also take a look at our aluminium resources. Where do we have some? We've got some over here. Let's build that up. Because aluminium is going to be super useful. It does increase all of the... See, check my bling. We're generating a lot of money now at this point. 4,000. That's incredible. Yeah, but you can see these numbers going up every time we click on these things where it's immediately built. Any other terrain where we need to do that? Don't see anything down here, but yeah, there's something over here. That's great. Anywhere else? Sometimes it's a bit hard to see. That one I think we did queue up. Yeah, we do have some over here. And I think we had one over here. Yeah, we do. Jesus, this is so much. Yes, it does all cost us influence, but still. Okay, Napta, you guys are fine in what you have built. These things are increasing pollution. We don't necessarily want to do that. But on the other hand, permitting rapid deployment of military forces, yeah, I mean, that is kind of useful, isn't it? Money per trader, we don't need that. Let's go for a little bit of stability here. We can just wait for this to be done. So let's not rush that. Let's move everyone up. And let's look what idle armies we have. So they're gonna surrender around next time, but maybe not immediately then. So let's try to continue to burn things down, because that's really what we are excelling at. Yeah, that's fine. You guys can stay. You guys can stay, and then we're going to end the turn. We're going to get telegraphy. Are we going to get the next technology as well? I don't think so. But they are attacking us over there. Have we burnt down this city down here? We have. That's great. So they should be at low war support, and it's decreasing, but it's not decreasing incredibly quickly. So that's nice. I would love to get this territory here. That's coal. Coal is lovely. Incense is okay. This territory is also pretty nice. Gemstones. Gemstones are very useful. Right, nevertheless, let's check out this fight then. We are, of course, going to take battle. Let's do it. I think we're just going to switch you guys. You know what, let's do it like this. So, the cavalry is going to take the brunt of the attack here. They do have a couple of guns there, evidently. But that's alright. Okay, let's start wiping you out. Then you guys can move forward. Shoot these guys, because why not? Now you guys can't attack anyone, so you'll need to move back. That will allow us to move up another musket. Who's going to fire at this guy. Likewise over here. Finish them off. Now, these guys can't move anywhere, but let's continue to... Yeah, you can actually shoot there. So that's lovely. They're going to move up. Their gunners are closer. And they are attacking our first line now, but it's not actually too bad. Come on, shoot. Are they going to attack us? Probably they are. We might go into another round here. Nope, they're going to attack us. They're going to be wiped out. We now control that city, and we're actually going to get some money, which is lovely. Good, I like it. Right, Hattusha. You were building up all of the things that you could, right? How's your pollution now looking? Slightly, it's not nothing, but I'm feeling fine here. With all of these things done, we shouldn't see a big penalty here. Yeah, and indeed we don't. So that's pretty much all I want. We don't need that to be a complete success in terms of this. You don't have any aluminium. We would need an aerodrome to actually be building some air units, which I would like to try out. We don't need to be too strong on that, but we can do a little bit, I think. Let's continue to build some forests here in most of our territories. Yes, it doesn't increase it tremendously, but still it's a nice addition, I think. Be a little bit conservative in that regard. Bublos, you also finished a lot of your things here. So, hydroelectric dam, yeah, for sure. Because you still are very much focused on industry. Your stability is fine, but nevertheless, let's do build a police force. And then I think we can start building out some of these districts here as well. Yeah, they're just generally nice. So I really wonder whether we can get negative here on our pollution. 118. It's getting better for sure. That much is certain. Right, how's your? You should be probably one of the top polluters. So unfortunately, I do think we need the arrow spawn for you. Yeah, let's double the aerodome. A little bit more pollution, but what can we do, eh? Makini, you guys are one of our latest cities, so you're struggling a little bit to come up to the place, especially in industry. Sometimes, sorry, in infrastructure. Sometimes it's really, really difficult to actually get to the point where you want to be. But you are generating money, so let's continue to do that. Yeah, that should be okay. And Babylon, you were the signs guys, so I guess we can build up a little bit of luxury here. And Assur, again, signs. You're mostly fine though. Pollution, it's actually negative here. Yeah, it's hard, especially with our national quarters from the Germans, which don't get any benefit of these other guys. So, notice, by the way, we will be getting some farmers here. So, what can we do to prevent that? Build another hamlet? Yeah, let's do build a hamlet, because that's going to give us a couple of jobs that otherwise we would not have. Yeah, that's fine for now. And Nopta, you guys... Stability per researchers. It's really not. Money per traders, no. Trade, yeah, let's go for it. Right. So they're not giving up, are they? Not yet, not yet. So that's good. We can continue to pillage. And you guys, can you ransack? Yeah, you can. How about, where's your admin center? It's over there. Can we get over here and grab this terrain? In 4 turns, yeah, we can. So that would immediately become ours, not just anything else, right? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Mutinous, and we are going to get renewable energy soon. Huh. Did they just turn that into city down here? These bastards. The AI really cheats on this. It really does. Tehran. Yeah. They've just turned that into a city. That is a bit annoying. What's going on here? Right, I don't know why this turn is pending for so long. Sometimes the game does crash, so I think this might be a good place to put in a cut, and I'm going to try to save while this is doing that and reload right after that. But yeah, other than that, we are getting closer to being able to enact the Civic here to get into our final fireworks of this season, I think. But while we're doing that, please do consider, obviously, subscribing if you haven't. But more importantly, I think, do let me know what you would like to see for the next season. I know there have been a couple of seasons where a couple of suggestions regarding taking over specific people and then trying to follow their line. I'm still thinking about doing a merchant run, and there are a couple of things that could be fun, like doing early exploration and being sort of the middleman. But let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you around next time. Bye bye!